All right, we are live.
Dude, I'm ready for today. This is going to be a lot of fun, guys. Welcome to the Drag Drive Repeat News for what's today? February 10th,
Yep,
2024. I lost all my date track there. This show's presented by Summit Racing, if y'all didn't know that. Appreciate those guys. I hope you're excited for the show today because it's a big one. We have a new sponsor that we're gonna announce today, who's
we
also
do.
on the show, so that's kind of cool. And let's just say there's going to probably be some controversy around the topic we're going to talk about today. So it ought to be kind of fun. And that's why I think this partnership is going to be so good for us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then CarChains 3D is on dropping two new product debuts today. New things that he's created. It's awesome. Plus one extra thing that he used to create and they kind of got away from it, but man, they're going back in big time, diving deep into it. We're talking about sick week records and stats, tons of cool stuff in that segment. And then we're going to end the show with the Dragon Drive World Champion top 10 point holders after Sick Week 2024. So this should be a good one. I think this is really going to kind of get people's motors going here. So, guys, if you don't know, my name is Mike Narks. I am the host of the Drag Drive Repeat News and the Drag Drive Repeat Show, which happens on Wednesday nights. You can see it at the top of the thing there. And I'm a Dragon Drive statistician. I love digging deep into all of the Excel stuff that comes along with all of this. It's been fun to go through. I was explaining last night that I took weeks and months to go through and dig all of the historical data for drag and drive events that have ever happened. So it's been fun. And now it's time for 2024 to kick off. Eric, introduce yourself. Tell them what you got going on, dude.
I am Eric White. I am the co host of the show and the news. I help out with artwork. So, some of the artwork you will see on today's episode. Also, artwork for the circuit and some other drag and drive events. And then I run my own channel, which is 815 LSX Swaps.
Yeah, dude, you're a busy guy, and we have a lot of that working up. But guys, we want to get this show started today. So you know what we got to do? We got to thank you guys. Thank you for being our race car friends. We can't do this without you guys. Your shares mean all the world to us. So please hit that share button as you come in here. Guys, we can't do it without our sponsors. Thank you, Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Car Change 3D, Howard's Cam, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. And then we're going to have another one that's going to be listed on there here in just a little bit. So that's kind of exciting, guys. We can't do it without you guys. But if you haven't done it yet, jump over, join the Drag Driver Pete Race Car Friends Facebook group. We've invited, dude, I don't know, a ton of people over there. This is where we're going to begin posting all the stuff as well. This is a great opportunity for you to jump in and talk to. I mean, everybody's part of a Facebook group of some kind. This is another one for drag and drive stuff. You guys know how we do it. It's content all the time, everywhere on that. So,
And that's been growing pretty awesome lately. I mean, I think
yeah.
we're, what is it? Oh, almost 650 now.
Yep. Got to be 6:50 by now. This was done at like 8 a.m. this morning. I just keep getting notifications that people are joining. So appreciate that. And again, we're growing this from zero, man. It's pretty crazy. So you know, this one's going to be a big one. I'm telling you, we're going to have a ton of fun with that. All right, let's jump right into the stuff for today, guys. Let's talk about event updates, event news. Drop the hammer. Registration begins right now. It
Yes.
actually began 3 minutes ago. So if you are in this live right now, I'm going to drop the link here in the side. I want you to jump over and sign up. If you are anywhere near Michigan or want to take a trip to Michigan, that is the spot to go to sign up for registration. Again, opens up right now, 3 minutes ago, ready to go. Good luck to Carl and the whole team for Drop the Hammer. All right, Carolina Drag Cruise sold out. No more spots available. 50 spots gone. I'm excited about that. If you want to jump on the wait list, do that for sure. I don't have the link for that one at all.
Danson said he would have been here a touch sooner, but YouTube gave him a commercial. Beautiful models, be polite. I needed to watch, and our ugly mugs had to wait.
Nice.
Understandable.
Yeah, nice. Awesome. So Carolina Drag Cruise is sold out for 2024, but definitely jump on the wait list. This is one of the only events in the Carolinas this year, this one and Southeast Street Meet, but this one happens in April. So you got to get signed up for this and get that car shook out. All right. Six Summer, this is kind of a big deal. I don't know if everybody saw the post yesterday, but they have revamped their sick ward and they're going to be refunding all of the sick ward entries. Thought that was pretty crazy to not just move folks over. I like the way this sounds. They posted yesterday on their social media account. This is literally, I'm going to read it what it says, then we'll talk about it. It says, when we created Sick Ward, we envisioned a rolling car show that was following along from track to track. We set it up to be that VIP experience with food and beverages. It hasn't lived up to that, so we're going to make some changes. We're going to make some changes to it, starting with Sick Summer. First off, anyone that has purchased a Sick Ward entry for Sick Summer will be refunded and can choose to repurchase their entry under the new Sick Ward pricing. New price is $125 per person, which I think is kind of cool because then you could have 4 people in a car, or you could have just one person in a car. And I think that's probably kind of why they changed some of it. Sick Ward, it will include the following: a wristband to allow entry into the tracks, which is awesome, a windshield banner, and a Sick Ward specific shirt, which is kind of cool. And then it's a $25 discount over buying a spectator ticket each day. Plus, you get all the cool Sick Ward stuff. Uh, they're going to be adding a sick car corral application for VIP parking for sweet cars, which I thought was a really good idea because you want to have all the really cool cars up front. That way, as people drive into the lanes or are walking up to watch racing, they're passing all of these cool cars. And, dude, I ran around one day at South Georgia Motorsports Park and took pictures of all of the Sick Ward cars that were there, all the cool Sick Ward cars, anyways.
Yeah.
And Eric edited those and got those up. So there's an album in there, and it's 40 something cars deep in there, and there were way more than that. But that was just the one day I was able to grab that. So I
Yeah.
thought that was kind of neat. Um, I like the fact that they do it per person. That's kind of an interesting thought process, but it makes a lot of sense because if you are riding solo, you don't need to pay what somebody would for a 4 car, a car filled with 4 people. So pretty
Right.
good deal there. And then I don't think I have the artwork up. No, dadgummit. Sorry about that. Rocky Mountain Race Week is registration opens on Saturday, February 16th to veteran racers, and then February 17th to the public. If you race, I say veteran racers, if you raced in the 2023 event, you get early registration opportunities on February 16th. Again, Rocky Mountain Race Week, veteran racer registration opens February 16th, and public registration opens February 17th. And then the next weekend, Hot Rod Drag Week registration opens. It's going to be
Yeah.
a busy February. Dude, it's already busy February. It was as busy a January.
Yes, it was. Yes, it
It's
was.
crazy.
Speaking on the sick summer and the sick ward, being that that is local to me, I am finding out a bunch of people that I know are signing up for the sick ward. So I'm excited to be there for that and see a bunch of people I know and hang out with them for the week. That's going to be a blast. One of my coworkers just said that he signed up for sick ward as well.
Yes, dude, that's awesome because you're going to be our guy on the ground for at least most of Six Summer, which
Yeah.
is gonna be really cool. It's going to be fun. You're going to have to teach me how to edit some pictures so you can send those to me, and then I can run through editing all those for everybody at home and posting and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Matt Lang did they draw for the Rocky Mountain Race Week free entry winner yet? I believe they did.
yep, yep. I'm 100% sure they did. I can't remember who won it, but it wasn't free entry. It was just you were able to register first. You were the first person to register, number 001 for Rocky Mountain Race Week 2024. Well, guys, listen, we're bringing it back, the gentleman's agreement. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but this takes putting all this together. Even though I sound like I'm erratic, this takes a ton of time. This takes a ton of time to put together. We make notes, we go through, we do history, we do research, we do all kinds of stuff. And guys, we do that for free for you. So, as the gentleman's agreement, we'll keep doing this stuff, but guys, we need you to subscribe. Please follow us wherever you're watching this. Please hit that share button, hit that follow button. We appreciate that so much, guys. That's the gentleman's agreement. Thank you so much for what you do for us, and we're going to keep doing it here. So if you're not following, please do it. All right, let's jump back on here, guys. We got to thank Summit Racing. They're one of our best friends here. Summit Racing Speed Legacy began in 1968 as a one-man startup and is now the world's speed shop with 4 facilities and 200 plus catalog editions. Fueling your passion, they save you money, deliver fast, and offer top-notch service. In 2014, they launched the Summit Racing mobile app For easy access to speed parts, find them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Also, you can tune in to the On All Cylinders podcast for more automotive discussions. From humble origins to the social media lane, Summit Racing stands by your need for speed. I did that a little better this time, right?
Yeah, I'm getting told here it was for free entry, by the way.
Huh. Dang, I really thought that was that's interesting. All right, I'll have to go back. That's cool. Drink.
This is a great photo. What facility is this one from? Do you know?
This one looks like Dallas. Being that I've been in 3 of them. Now I just got to get to Arizona. That's my next stop. All right, I see a bunch of
Awesome.
people in here saying this morning, guys, we want to we're going to bring in our new sponsor here in just a second, but we talked about this in the opening of the show, a little bit of controversy. This is going to be a lot of fun. I really feel like the partnership here is going to be great for you guys at home because it's going to give us an opportunity to talk to someone that is very knowledgeable and is very open about a lot of the struggles that people have, especially with drag and drive stuff. This person builds products that have really powered some of the coolest stuff out there, and these cars have lived, and you're not going to believe it, but with 4L60 transmissions. And so we're going to bring in Ryan from Performa Built Transmissions right here. Guys, I just want to say welcome to Ryan. Let me get this other thing here. Let's move this around a little bit. Perfect. There we are, sir. How are you this morning?
I'm pretty good. I'm actually really excited to be here.
We appreciate that. He's excited. We're excited. Excited is the word of the month. I don't know if you hear me say that 19 times, but y'all listen. This is going to be a good time because Performa Built has built thousands of transmissions, obviously, but some of the ones that people will know, obviously, right offhand, are Keith Horton. Rocky Mountain Race Week fame. That dude's all over that car. So cool. Howie Price with the huge wagon and that whole family, 5,000-pound wagon, 400 horsepower of nitrous running through that car. And then Nick Schaaf's OBS truck is obviously one of the cleanest trucks. I love it. It's one of the coolest drag and drive rigs out there. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let you introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and where you guys are located.
Yeah. Hi. My name is Ryan. I'm from Performa Built, and my YouTube is growing. You may know me from there, but you may also wonder, you know, what is powering some of the cars Michael just mentioned. And two of them are 4L60. Nick's is a 4L80, and they've definitely become, just by me viewing and following you guys over the last couple years here, they've become a fan favorite. And I'm not going to lie to you, Howie's car blows my mind even. There's a tiny little aluminum box driving that massive machine.
Yeah.
I believe he said it was 7,500 pounds roughly with the trailer fully loaded with his, the whole crew. And thing's still out there. We built that 4 years ago. And Howie has 4 black editions from me.
Wow. Wow. That's a dude. There's such a great family there. So fun to hang out with. Man, I love them. I'm sure. I'm going to be sad because I'm probably not going to see him at Six Summer this year, which is where we hung out with him last year. But Eric is going to get the full treatment this year. I guarantee it.
So I'm extra sad for you, Michael, because there is a rumor that I'm trying to get around, and so is Howie, that we're all trying to roll in 3 deep, including myself.
Nice.
Dude, now I may have to go.
It'll be a good time, and it'll be my first drag and drive.
Oh man,
cool.
Listen, Eric, if this happens, you got to jump in one of these cars with these guys and ride around for a little while. That would be a blast. Well, Ryan, where are you guys located, man? Where would people send their stuff if they needed to?
So we're a little shop in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. We're only 6 guys, and we've been in business since 2006 doing this. It's been a while. We never really got into the internet till recently. We always played around in magazines when they were still in print. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
And, recently I hired a bunch of young guys. They showed me the way through TikTok and YouTube and stuff. And we're becoming more well-known because of it.
Well, and you guys build cool stuff, and you have a really good, I would say, on-air presence, especially from the videos that I've watched of yours. Like, Man, I don't for some reason I was watching a rebuild video on a transmission I'll never even open up, but like you captivated me, dude. I was like, I think I can probably do that after watching that because you had torn. It was like you tearing down a 4L60 in like 6 minutes. It was from it being just on the table to nothing. It was pretty cool.
It's a lot of people think it's this crazy mysterious thing, which it is. The difference in a transmission, other than just taking apart nuts and bolts, is really hydraulics. The biggest secret I could ever tell anybody: hydraulics, unlike anything else in the automotive industry, can be manipulated, moved, unlike anything else.
Wow. That's kind of cool. Well, I do want to ask one thing. What got you into transmission stuff? Like, was it by happenstance, or were you like, I want to learn this right here?
It was kind of an accident. So I, much like you guys, probably loved cars. 16 years old, just wanted to save money on an oil change on a Hyundai, because I worked fast food. But over those years of just being interested, I got deeper and deeper. And then, the one thing everybody has problems with is transmissions.
Mm-hmm.
So I stumbled onto Performabuilt when it was just two people at the time. And
Wow.
I put in some of my own ideas, and all of us helped it grow into what it is today, and just loving it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Why do you enjoy shutting people up on the 4L60 performance?
So some people think I'm really mean, but I promise I'm not. Not here to give you a hug, just here to tell you how things really work. And that's the horrid part of the automotive industry. There's a lot of pride, so I think we all need to swallow that. Anyway, the 4L80 is great. The Power Glide's great. The 400 is a legend, no doubts. The 60 is unlike any of that just by the nature of it and what it's made out of. And it's very similar to the 6L80. It's primarily aluminum, and it works in combos. The 400 and 4L80 and all those things do not. Cast, single drums for single things. 30 years later, nobody still understands this and doesn't take the time to look in hydraulics. And that's the secret, the basics to hydraulics. So when I see these things failing, 30 million, that GM made left and right, I really truly think it's because people do not understand like servicing it. GM had 100,000 mile spec. That's not in racing. Maybe every season you should. There's a responsibility that we forgot with our cars, I think, and that's why they fail so much.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, again, I said this earlier. One of the cool things about you being on board with us now is that this is going to allow us really some deep insight. And one of the coolest things is we probably won't have you on every week. Obviously, you're a busy guy, but we're going to have you on often enough that people will begin to you're going to be able to teach people like you do through your YouTube channel how this kind of stuff works and why certain things happen. And I think as we grow, both of us, we're going to have great stories that come from people watching. We're going to have great stories from people that are posting and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to give us an opportunity to really hit on that and explain it to a lot more people. So I want to say thank you for coming on board as a news segment sponsor. We're excited to begin this.
I appreciate it. And I definitely am looking forward to sharing, little tidbits and just teaching, because everybody should kind of know a little bit more about this.
Yes,
That's
I
exactly
agree.
right. Well, before we kick you out of here, where can people find you guys? Where do you post the most?
So we have a pretty extensive Facebook. My Instagram and TikTok are new, but they are growing. And if you want the ultra content, the YouTube. Just type in Performabuilt Transmissions and you'll see it everywhere.
That's awesome, man. Ryan, thank you so much. I really appreciate you getting up this morning. I know you're busy. So thank you again. And we'll see you soon, dude.
It was my pleasure, guys. And you better make it this summer, Michael.
Yeah, I'll drive up. Even if I'm there for one day, I'm coming.
That works. Give me 5 minutes.
All right, bud. We'll see you.
See you.
Man, I'm really excited about that. I know excited is the word of the day, but guys, listen, this is really cool to have this opportunity because this gives us direct insight into somebody that works in voodoo magic, like somebody said earlier.
Yeah.
And we can ask questions that are things we don't know,
Yeah. And for guys like us, we do a lot of turbo LS type stuff. So that transmission is right in our realm. And if I can learn a little more about it and tear them apart, they're everywhere. So I think that'll be perfect and it'll be fun. I'm excited.
That's exactly right. Well, before we jump into the next bit, guys, we want to say thank you for being here. Thank you to our race car friends that are out there that are helping us grow and making comments. Man, we are getting blown up with comments. I appreciate Eric running all that. Guys, thank you so much for being our race car friend. And now we can say our new sponsor. So thank you to Summit Racing. Thank you to Molly Motorsports. Thank you to Howard Scams. Thank you to Performa Belt Transmissions. Thank you to CarChains 3D, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. Guys, the community continues to grow. Thank you so much. This allows us to do more with more. So I'm pumped about what this is gonna bring. So thanks so
Yes.
much to Performa Built for coming on. All right, let's move on to the next bit. Let's talk about sick week stats and all the stuff that come around that stats, and we're going to go over some records as well. Y'all, 330 people registered day one, 259 finished based on
Yeah.
that's pretty tough attrition rate. I have 78% attrition rate, but that is actually incorrect. I think it would be the other way. I think it'd be 21.8% attrition. So apologize about that. I'm not going to post this up till I fix it, but that's pretty crazy. And I'll tell you, there were a lot of folks. Again, we talked about why cars go fast in a show a couple weeks ago, was because everything is fresh. But that's also sometimes why people don't make it, is because everything is fresh. Hasn't had
Right.
time to test because they're thrashing to get there. One of the coolest things I always look at is, class counts. Who, what was big, who had the most. And obviously DYO for Sick Week is the largest because it encapsulates so many more opportunities for cars, right? So you have a really good chance to win being like a 12 or 13-second car. If you were to go up, like, I don't know, again, stick shift here, like Rich Guido talked about. But that's what blew my mind, was stick shift with 27 cars.
Yeah, and we've been talking about it over the past couple years on how much stick
Yep.
shift racing has really grown, and it's been incredible.
Yeah, it is absolutely intense. Street Race 275 was in second place with 29 cars, but it's one of two 850 style classes. And I meant to grab that. Hold on. So we have six street race with 18 cars, and then street race 275 with 29 cars. So really 47 cars made up 850 class racing. Absolutely crazy. Love it. You guys know that's my jam. I love that.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time as being one of our favorite classes.
Yep. Yeah, Rich Keto, where the cool kids hang out. That's right.
Yep. So the number 100 quickest single pass quarter mile was Nick Decimine with a 9.262 on day 3.
Yep, pretty awesome. That's the sick LTD. I love that car. That dude's super nice. One thing, he was one of the first interviews we did for Drag Drive Repeat at Sick Week 2022, because that car is one of my favorites of the week. So yeah, John Dotson here. Great tip here. Don't forget how easy it is to hurt a car in really good air. Cars need more fuel in that air. That is for sure, because we saw that quite a bit as well. Cars were going way faster. Tons of personal bests ran all week. A lot of cars. I see Tim Gorley here talking about the 850 racing is definitely top of favorite list. A lot of cars breaking out because the air was so good and the tracks were so good while we were down there. All right. Before the event, we talked about that there were 12 to 15 6-second cars, 6-second capable cars that were going to be there. And only 4 of those finished. How
Yeah.
crazy is that? But that tells you how hard it is to race at that level. So
Yes.
Brett LaSala finished, obviously, Brian Goldstone, Stefan Gustafson, and our lady, Alex Taylor. Super cool. Congratulations to those. I mean, that really lays down a hard bar for the beginning of the year. It's going to be really tough to see other events get as fast as Sick Week did. I mean, it's really crazy. We actually, this is not on our notes, but we actually end up at the number 100 average is within, I want to say it's like 8 100ths of where it did for 2023.
Oh, wow.
So the only reason it is because we had so many of the really fast cars not make the week. So
Yeah.
I really feel like we will see some 9-second stuff next year.
Yeah. Also, Steve Winningham had a crazy week. For day
Dude.
2, he had a 9.001. Day 3 was a 9.000. Day 4, 9.001. And day 5, 9.007. All this in a stick shift Mustang. That's wild.
Crazy that it is so consistent. So consistent. Absolutely wild. What is Rodney's rods here saying?
Uh, 8.5 and 10.0 are natural class limitations. What's weird is everyone has an 8.5 class, but few have a 10.0 class. Thoughts?
Yep. So let's talk about that real quick. That is a great topic for Wednesday night show. I want to dig deep into that. But Rocky Mountain Race Week does have a 10-0, and then Midwest Drags has a 10-0. You know, they have like an SME that they've added to index 10, 11, and 12-second classes or index style classes now. So it's definitely growing. DYO is certainly the largest, and that, obviously is limited to 10-0. And there was actually somebody in that class that ran a perfect 10-0-0-0, but I forgot to put that on the notes, and I don't remember who it was right now. So pretty crazy that that all went down. But yes, I agree completely. 10-0 stuff, and that's why we added the 850 points champion and 10-0 points champion to the Dragon Drive Awards whole setup, presented by Summit Racing. If y'all didn't know that. All right, let's talk about sick week records because this is a big one. So we're going to kind of run through this. Brett LaSala obviously crushed the week.
Yeah.
New, quickest radial pass, quickest radial average, quickest Mustang in Dragon Drive history, quickest radial and quickest average and pass in Dragon Drive history, quickest Ford powered car in Dragon Drive history, quickest Coyote in Dragon Drive history, and then modified class record in Dragon Drive history as well. So he really laid it down, and we're going to be working on some artwork for that later on today. Bryant Goldstone unlimited iron record average 651 and single pass record with a 6,427, which is also a personal best for him. That car just continues to go faster. I mean, like,
Yeah.
2 years ago it was 670s. Now it's 640s. I mean, that's absolutely crazy.
Yes.
Um, Glenn Hunter Jr. Pro Street record 7,274 average and a 7,133 single pass. This is for sick week. Michael Ward, Super Street record, but also he is the guy that is the fastest Aussie, right?
Yes. Yes, he was.
That's pretty awesome. I remember you sharing that with us. And then 735 average with a 7,146 single pass. So I know typically we don't do a lot of single pass record stuff, but guys, y'all laid it down for sick week. It's pretty amazing. Chad
Yes.
Figley with the stick shift class average and single pass records. Chad got down big time. It was pretty awesome to watch. His average was a 7,905 and his single pass was a 7,643. So that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. And then, Our Lady, Alex Taylor, resets the quickest female of Dragon Drive record with a 697 average and a 6,898 single pass.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Jerry and Matt Sweet reset naturally aspirated records for what would essentially be Pro Street NA, but it is just naturally aspirated with Sick Week now. So we've got naturally aspirated records for both average and single pass. So their average 7.7378 and their single best pass 7.721. Do you hear that? Do you hear how close that is?
Yeah. That's close.
That's how fast they ran. That's
Yeah.
how fast they ran. What's Rich Guido here saying?
That's almost as close as what he's talking about. He said he was about 1 foot away from a third helmet if Kevin Smith would have took out Chad. So close. Just kidding. That
Yeah,
was a wild save by Kevin for sure.
man.
That could
I,
have
I,
been real bbad.
yeah, and got to talk to Kevin for a few minutes, and he said he was so glad that Chad was paying attention. He's like, because a lot of times people just get tunnel vision
Hmm.
and they don't see what's going on in the other lane. But luckily, Chad had, Chad saw that and got out of it and on the brakes a little bit. So absolutely awesome. But guys, I want to give it up to the old guys, Randy Seward and Steve Trance. Reset the street race 275 record the average record with an 85124. So congratulations to them. I have video of that going on. I'm editing that on my way to Dallas today. So that should come out tonight. It's really cool. The ending of that was awesome when Randy accepted the award. It was really cool. So I'm going to lead the video with that. And then James Tall, quickest street race 275 single pass record at 8500.
Yeah, that's not going to get beaten.
Not going to get beaten. Um, and then Brian Acton, sick street race single pass record at an 8.500. Our
Oh,
boys, Fast Act Racing.
yeah, also not getting beaten.
Nope. They got that one locked in. Gabby Luan, way to go, girl. Her first time to race in a drag and drive. She takes the Pro DYO spread record at 0.021. Guys, let
Yes.
me tell you how this works. Pro DYO is the distance between your fastest and your slowest passes of the week across 5 days. So
Yeah.
she had 5 passes within 0.021. John Donson's asking what I'm doing in Dallas. We are going to the largest gymnastics meet in the country. So
In about 30 minutes.
I'll be leaving 43 minutes from right now. Um, Dean Anderson, I want to give a huge shout out to him. Pro DYO single pass record 8.500. Again, that class is limited to an 8.500 as well. So pretty awesome. It's the only event, and Eric called this out last week. It's the only event to ever have 3 perfect class runs. And actually, I'm thinking about it now.
If
It
if
may
you
have it may have been 4. So 3 perfect 850 class runs
yeah. Yeah,
because
cuz you said there was a 10-0, right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a 10-0 on that. So pretty awesome. While I look that up, will you do the ad read for Molly Motorsports, please?
Yes, I will. We want to thank Molly for being a sponsor. Um, Attention to high performance enthusiasts and sportsman class racers. Meet Molly Motorsports Power Pack Kit, your ultimate solution for power packed performance. Crafted with precision from top quality alloys, our pistons offer tighter clearances and increased resistance. Tailored for various engine families from small block Chevy to Volkswagen and Audi, we've got you covered. What sets us apart? Forged pistons, graphol coating, and phosphate treatment for peak performance and durability. Elevate your ride with Molly Motorsports, where performance meets precision. Unleash power within. Visit mollymotorsports.com for more details. Molly is spelled Mahle.
Perfect, dude. Thank you for doing that. The 10-0 pass was actually done by Paul Buchanan in Street Race 275. So we do not have a perfect pass in DYO.
Gotcha.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Awesome. Perfect. Let's go on here. Let's talk about
Old guy watching.
ah, yes. Yes, that's awesome. I do want to apologize to Steve for not getting more content with them and not having conversations during the week. I do want to apologize about that. We will make that up to you. I promise we'll have you on the show or something like that because you guys really rocked it, man. It was really cool to do that all week. Let's talk about Dragon Drive World Champion point standings with one event in the books for 2024. Several racers have a perfect points event that was first used by Doc McIntyre. I want to say that's a great way to put it. Perfect points event. So currently leading the Dragon Drive World Champion Point Series presented by Summit Racing is Brett LaSala because he has the quickest ET average. So you guys can run down through here. Brett LaSala, Bryant Goldstone, Stefan Goodson all have 39 points. Matt Moore has 38 points. Glenn Hunter has 38 points. Mike Ward, 38 points. Matt Sweet and Chad Fegley, all with 38 points. All of these people are also class winners. So that's what it takes to be in the top echelon of this. Randy Seward with 37 points because he reset the record. Jason Pickett, 36 points because that class established the baseline for that for heavy metal. And then you got Brian Acton, Gabby Luan, and Damon Elf all tied at 36 points. So there's about 13 people here on this list because we couldn't do a top 10 because there's so many people that are tied. Here's what's really cool about this. And this is what gets me all excited right here is that we won't have another points race until sixth summer, which is in June.
Yeah.
Dude,
This could be the longest that somebody will hold their position all year.
that's right. So what's really cool about this is it really allows this to marinate, right? This is a big deal within the community. Last year was awesome. Our boy Bryant Goldstone won it all. took everything home, had to go to the last event to make it work, but he did it and won by what, 4 points.
Yeah.
It will be a tighter race this year because of the things we've changed. It's
Yeah.
going to be tighter. It's going to be
Yeah. And we already know he's going to have more events this year. We
oh yeah.
talked to Brett last week, and he's talking about Hot Rod Drag Week, which then he's only one more event away from potentially being in the race. So those first two for sure, and then the rest of that list, we'll see how the rest of the year plays out.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty intense. I'm telling you guys, this is a big deal. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch because you know how it goes, man. The first year, everybody's kind of getting that feeling. What's it going to be? This year's going to be nuts. And again, we award this at the PRI show, for the Dragon Drive Awards presented by Summit. It's awesome how involved Summit Racing is in all of this stuff. So I do want to talk about the 850 points champion. That is being led right now by Randy Seward with 37 points, and then you can see 36 points. So he's got people right behind him for sure on that. Brian Acton, I know those guys are chomping at the bit to win this. They want it bad. And again, that's one more reason we added the 850 stuff, because it'll be very difficult for an 850 racer to win the all out in that. The 10-0 points leader is still under review, guys. I was digging through last night. This is going to be the hardest one to track because there are so many racers within this that I have to make sure 100% that all the points are correct, because I'm telling you, it's going to come down to 1 or 2 points. Because the cool thing about the 10-0 stuff is that those guys don't get any additional ET bonus points. So it truly is on class wins or runner up or third place. Like, you're going to have to podium at each event you attend to even be in the running for the top of the 10-0 points championship. It's going to be really, really cool. So, and again, we're pushing the envelope on this. So I want to say thank you to Summit for coming on and doing this. I want to say thank you to the sponsors that are working behind the scenes to make this better for 2024 as well. We've got a lot of stuff that's going on. So hang tight. We should be making some updates as we go. All right. I'm excited about this next part because our boy Corey with CarChains 3D is, I don't know, dude, how many times we talk to him several times a week now. It's awesome. He's become a great friend. And all of this really kind of, I mean, we knew him beforehand, but it really kind of happened at PRI. So I want to say thank you to him. And he's going to bring on, and he's going to debut 2 new products right here on the show for everybody that's watching. This is going to be kind of cool. And again, this is something that you can go right to CarChains 3D, find it anywhere on Instagram and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And then Corey Nicholson posts on stuff all the time. So let's bring him on. Corey, how are you this morning, sir?
Oh, good, buddy. How you guys doing?
Man, we're excited you're here, dude.
Well, I'm excited.
Oh no. Uh-oh. You're there we go. I think your audio's back now.
Always good talking to you guys. Can you hear me now?
We got you now, bud. All right, well, dude, let's talk about CarChains 3. Dude, you're pivotal in our fun that we're going to have this year, because you have a lot of really cool stuff going on. And this product we're talking about today is not what is on, but I think you're wearing something that you're developing too, right?
Well, yeah. So I made this hat. Well, I bought the hat. But I did the bag on the side of it. So this is the second one. So we're gonna see how it goes. But
nice.
It's cool. I like it so far.
Yeah. Well,
so these are up on the website already if you guys want one with our logo. But I could kind of do any logo with them.
Oh, I like where you're going with that. All right, dude, let's talk about these products, man. We're cutting close on time. So you developed some new stuff. So I'm going to let you take it away. Tell us what this piece is right here. What does it do?
So I don't know if you guys I know you guys have heard of Aces EFI. So they're kind of new, but they make a 5-inch and they make a 7-inch screen, right? They're kind of cool. I like their stuff. It's I think it's a good Holley alternative. So, but they don't really make any mounts. There's like a suction cup mount you can put on like a piece of glass or something. But this is a column mount for them. So for the 5-inch and the 7-inch Aces EFI system, and it'll mount on any round column as long as I have a diameter. So you send me the diameter, and I include all the mounting hardware to mount it, and they work great. I've been doing them for the Holley stuff for a while, and it's really good for guys with oddball cars, or they don't want to buy a full dash, or I also know a lot of guys that do them, and then they still run the stock cluster with a fuel gauge in it, so that they don't have to figure out putting a fuel gauge into their aftermarket ECU. So there's a few guys that do that. So this is just kind of help that community grow. And I met with the Aces guy at PRI. They're super cool. So
yeah, this will be really neat. I like that they're that you're one of the first folks to offer this too, right?
Yeah, so so far this is really the first like Aces aftermarket mount that I've seen. We did an S10 in-dash maybe a month or two ago. That was pretty much the first one that's been done. We're doing another one right now, and then I'm moving Aces EFI screen options into all of my dashes. So you'll be able to put the 5 and the 7 in pretty much anything. I did a 5-inch one in a Fox body with actually Willie Lynch. I can't remember the name of his shop about a year ago, and so it's just spiraled.
Oh, for sure. That's cool. Well, tell us what this next piece is here and what it does.
So that's the 7-inch. The other one was the 5-inch, and this is the 7-inch. So they're they both work pretty much the same. It's just the different screen sizes. So
gotcha. And then there was something else you developed too that we were talking about on the phone call the other day. Something with Fuel Tech.
I have what was it? Oh, yes. So I'd have a Fuel Tech bulkhead that we're doing for all the Fuel Tech. Fuel Tech, their Pro harness has like a mil-spec plastic connector, and I've added that. I'm in the middle of adding that to all of my bulkheads so that you can mount their bulkhead fitting into like the OEM ECU pass-through holes. So no more drilling a hole. You can just put it there. And then we have a universal that makes it so you still have to drill a hole, but it's just one hole, not 5, to mount it in kind of wherever you want. So that's going. I don't know. I got 8,000 sticks in the fire. You were talking about Fast Act Racing earlier. They have our brand new Nova 12-inch mount in that car, and they rocked it out at Sick Week. Yeah, that thing came out sweet.
Man, it looks so good.
Yeah, it looks real good in this car. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming. But today, cool. I just put them live on the website, so they are up.
Oh, that's cool. And again, that's for the Aces fuel injection setup, and that's 5 and 7-inch kit for them. And then, dude, I'm a little bit of I'm sending you some pictures of my cars later today because I want to see if you can do this for me because this is really, really cool. And it's always fun to be involved in stuff like this. But these are actually ones you've made. I pulled these out of pictures from the page. So so this is what started the brand, but now you're getting back into it.
Well, so like I said, how CarChains started was I was looking for a reason to stop flipping wrenches in my driveway, and my wife had bought me a 3D printer, right? So we started literally 5 years ago doing like really weird keychains, and then someone asked me, "Hey, can you do the front end of my car?" And that went crazy. Like, so what I do is I take a picture of someone's car. I add aspects of their car, and then we print them. I stopped doing it for a while because I didn't really stop. I just slowed down because the Holley stuff got so crazy over here. But we got some new machines that do multicolor really well, so it's easy to do these now. Well, it's easier than it used to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are all done in the new machine. That's actually my TRX, the white one, the white TRX right there. Yeah, they came out sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah, these are cool.
yeah, I definitely am sending you. I think it'd be really cool. I mean, I'm definitely going to have several of the Stanley one made, our 66C10. But then I want to see what you can do with the cart. I want to see if we can make it work. So the Narcs cart,
I
if
have done
anybody
it.
doesn't know,
I have done one cart. It was a while ago.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yep. Yeah, I'm excited about it. And then obviously we have other, things past project cars that I think would be really cool to knock out too. Well, dude, I want to say thank you for coming on this morning. I know you're
Yeah,
in the workshop getting stuff knocked out and a busy guy. Tell everybody where they can find you and probably where you post the most.
So I really post on my Facebook probably multiple times a day. And so CarChains 3D and then CarChains3D.com. You can see all my stuff. And then CarChains 3D on Instagram. I am almost obsessively active. It's a problem, like I said. But yeah, so let's do some
That's
cool
awesome.
stuff. I like it.
Yeah. Hey, man, thank you so much. And again, CarChains 3D is a news segment sponsor. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about some things that are coming up in your world and then how that can work for the drag and drive community. So, all right, dude,
Yep.
we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Yeah, buddy. I'll catch you later.
See
See
ya.
you guys. Man, listen, I'm telling you, this right here, this is cool.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Yeah, might have to start sending some pictures of the Mustang and the 240.
Yeah, I just think it'd be fun. And again, like I have in my notes, this would be a great gift idea. I would say you just need to give some time. So
Yeah.
if there's something coming up, like Father's Day in June, and this is something that anyone can do and not have to figure out what car parts are hard to buy for, because if you call somebody and say, "Hey, what muffler would my husband like or my girlfriend like
Yeah.
or my wife like?" That's hard because it's really subjective, but everybody is going to like this. Everybody's
Yeah.
going to want to have one of these. So it's pretty
I've
cool.
I've got a perfect side shot of my truck and the Mustang on the trailer sitting at Byron. I wonder what that would look like.
Oh man, dude, I don't know if I'd want that as a keychain, but a wall hanger would be kind of cool.
Yes. Yep.
Yep,
Absolutely.
that's pretty neat. All right, dude. Well, let's move on. Tell us what you found this week on Racing Junk.
Yep. So, as everybody knows, we don't run a buy sell trade page. So, instead, we have found on Racing Junk as one of our sponsors. So, I am going to share my screen. And here is what I found this week. So, we've got a Camaro. I believe it's a 71. Yep, 1971 Camaro. Street car, drag car, 30,000. This is a good looking car. Once I saw this, I
Yes.
really liked it. You can see it's got a lot of nice parts on it already. I liked it because it had a full interior still.
Mm-hmm.
So makes it, kind of feel more like a street car.
Yeah. Looks like a drag and drive car right there. Man, those seats are nice too.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not, you don't have the metal Kirky style seats in here, so you could actually do some distance probably in these.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
So,
let's
you
go,
know,
big boy.
yeah, it's got a turbo in it. I really like the blue on it too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite Camaro body style.
Yeah,
For
and then you
sure.
can see there's 31 photos. I'm not going to scroll through all the rest of these because it looks like there's some, how we got to where we're at pictures, but it
Mhm.
is a 71 Camaro Turbo LS tall deck, 463 cubic inch, 91 millimeter turbo. It's got an intercooler, 5-inch core, AEM Infinity fuel injection, and again, you can see tons of information on here.
Man, that's a lot of car for 30.
Yeah, it looks like as
Oh,
we
hang
come
on.
back here, it's saying
Yeah.
60 turnkey
Okay.
or 30 roller. So
Yeah.
be nice to have that a little more in the description up here. So this does seem like it is a roller for 30.
Okay. Cool. And that's probably still a great deal.
Yep. So this is my first find. My second find here is 88 Mazda RX-7 LS swapped. You know me. You know this was going to come
Mhm.
up. I actually have a buddy who has one of these
Ooh,
just like
that
this
looks so good.
drag car. His is lime green, very nice looking car. Does a lot of no prep racing with it. But again, another full interior, comfortable seats, nice street car. Looks
Wow.
like it'd be a ton of fun. I think this would be a great car for a drag and drive.
Mhm.
LS1, 225 cast PRC heads, 90 millimeter LS6 intake, Molly pistons,
Mhm.
Callie's rods, Eagle crank, Thunder Racing cam. Um, this one is in North Carolina. Has been
Nice.
nines in the
So
quarter mile.
both coasts, man.
Yep.
Does it have a cage in it?
I did not see a cage, which I
Yeah.
thought was kind of wild.
He went nines once. They were like, "Get out of here."
Unless there's a roll bar behind the seats is the only thing I can't see.
Yeah, I would think with nines you've got to have door bars.
Yeah.
But
It weighs
cool,
around
man.
2,800 pounds. Got a TH350 with a manual valve body set up for nitrous. 8.8 rear end with 373 gears. I loved this one.
That's
20,000.
yeah, that's awesome. That is a. I feel like that's a great deal.
Yeah.
That seems like a really nice car for that kind of money.
Yep. So those are my two Found on Racing Junks. Again, we moved Found on Racing Junk from Wednesday night because we have such a full show on Wednesdays that we moved it now to the Saturday news. So you'll be seeing those more often on the news show going forward.
Yep, and again, I love racing junk. It's so easy to navigate to find all the stuff you're looking for. And again, who wants to put up with a buy sell trade Facebook group? It's way too hard. All right, last little bit here. We're going to do a history lesson today. Today in Drag and Drive history, we posted one of the first videos from Sick Week. One of the first videos on the channel ever was Rob saving the day. This guy really saved our butts big time. Literally, Justin Chestnut and I were cruising in the Model A at the very first Sick Week 2022 and kept having issues. Well, if you watch the video, you'll see Rob not only has cool cars, but he got us fixed and back on the road. This was literally like an 11 o'clock at night. Pull up to a stranger's house with one of the largest dogs I've ever seen in my entire life. It was like a I don't know, an oversized Irish wolfhound. This thing was gigantic, simply amazing. So again, I want to give a big shout out to Rob. This dude really saved us. I mean, we would have been changing the distributor under the street light that was out in front of his house. So
Yeah, I
I want to say
remember.
thanks to
I,
him.
yep, I remember you this whole story from a year
Yep.
ago.
Two years ago.
2 years ago. Sorry. Yeah.
How crazy is that, right? And then, of course, last year we dropped the news. Dude, two huge announcements year over year. Luke B and the Howard's Cam team came on board for the Drag Drive Repeat brand. Love those guys. Luke B has become a great friend of ours.
Yeah.
Since then, we talk all the time. And, we had the Howard's Cam comedy segment on the news for last year. Well, this year they upgraded to a show segment sponsorship. And now we're doing the Howard's Cam's community segment, which is going to expand on the comedy stuff. We're going to talk about some funny memes. We're going to tell some good stories, but we're also going to be able to talk about some of the top posts that happen within the Drag and Drive community. So I want to say thanks again to Howard's Cams. They are amazing. And it was really cool that this happened this week last year. So
Yeah.
it's 2 years in a row that are both obviously Sick Week related on a lot of the video, but having the ability to make huge announcements last year and then again this year with the new sponsorship from Performabelt. So I want to say thanks to Luke and thanks to Ryan and all that.
Yeah. That's going to be great because now we can have technical conversations about cams with Howard's Cams and
Yep.
now transmissions with Performabelt. So we're actually going to be able to get into some of the technical details, and
Yep.
I'm excited to kind of learn some information along the way from these guys.
Well, and one of the coolest things is that, again, like I was saying with when Ryan was on, this allows us to see a comment or a post, somebody asking some things, and we can go directly to them. So it
Yeah.
gives us that chance to really learn, just like you're saying, to learn, to understand how things work and what all it does. So appreciate everybody hanging out today, guys. If you haven't done it yet, please hit the subscribe button. I'm actually getting messages from the family. Hey, come on! So they know the show's winding down, guys. We are going to be live on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Wherever you're watching this right now, we'll be live there. But then as well, this is going to be playing on PowerTube TV. So if you haven't downloaded the PowerTube TV app, you need to do that. Uh, please get that because again, we're offering exclusive content to them, and I should have the first bit of videos that are done over there. Should have them sent most likely Sunday afternoon on our way home from the gymnastics meet.
Yeah. Maybe Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We might be due Tuesday or Thursday. We might move
Oh,
that.
yeah. Dude, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we're probably going to need to do Tuesday or Thursday. We'll just have to figure out which one works best for us, and we'll let you guys know on Monday what night we will be doing the live stream. So, we also want to look at who else is going live next week and when they're going. We don't want to compete with some of our race car friends that are out there, so we may have to move some things around for this upcoming week. Well,
Yep.
guys, let's end the show. I want to say thank you so much to you guys for hanging out. We've had huge numbers this morning. It's been awesome. So thank you so much for being our race car friend. If you haven't done it yet, guys, join the Facebook group. We're going to post there a whole lot coming up as well. And guys, thank you so much to our sponsors: Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Howard's Cams, Performa-Built Transmissions, CarChains 3D, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. Guys, thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate everybody that's out there.
Yep. So make sure you guys follow us on social media so you know what day we will be live next week, and we will see you guys next week.
Yep.